In today's video, I'm going to show you the top 10 best raiding strategies solo. Let's get right into it. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys enjoy or learn something new. Let's try to get this video to 100 likes and let's get right into the first strategy. One of my favorite ways to solo raid people is by using corrupted gigas or dinos on extinction. The reason why it's so overpowered is because there's not really much you could do to counter it if you're offline. Your base location doesn't really matter because if you're built on a cliff up high, I can use wyverns, and if you're built on the ground, I can use gigas, and if you're built in a rat hole, I can use dilos or PTs. If you put your turrets on all targets, you're just going to aggro it directly to whatever's shooting at it, and if it kills the dino before it breaks anything, then I can just freely soak any turret on their base. And once those turrets soak out, all it really is a waiting game, because the corrupted dinos instantly respawn and you can kite as many as you want into it. When tribes on extinction would make me mad, all I would do is fly around with a horde of corrupted wyverns, kiting them into all their teleporters, and it would drop them with ease. Number 2 on the list of the most overpowered solo raiding strategies is using racers. The reason why I like them so much is because there's so many different combinations of builds that you can use for different scenarios. They're also pretty difficult to defend against online or offline due to the fact that you can box around the rider. If you haven't already, I would definitely learn all the best ways to build your racer boxes so that way they can help you whenever you're doing your next raid. Number 3 on the list of today's video is going to be using a blood stalker and tech rifle. The reason why this is so overpowered is because when you're solo raiding, there's a lot of things that are against you. 1, you got to deal with cryo timers. 2, it's really hard to soak because you don't have anyone helping you. And 3, it's going to take a lot longer to get things done, so you want to bypass as many turrets as possible. With this strategy, you can LOS basically any turrets that you can get under, or if they're built on a ledge, you can basically plant underneath it and tech rifle out anything that's in range. 4th on the list has got to be grapple glitching. The reason why is because you can bypass a lot of turrets as long as you can grapple in range. When solo raiding, you want to drop as much as possible as soon as possible due to the time it takes to solo raid, so you're always going to want to use strategies like this to break as many turrets as possible with the least amount of effort. Number 5 on today's list has definitely got to be Bassi bombing. The reason why is because you can bury yourself and go right up to the turrets and pop out of the ground to shoot a rocket. Or you can pre-place a C4 on the head of the Basilisk, so as soon as it pops out the ground it instantly gets shot, blown up, and the rocket that you shoot blows up more turrets. This clip came from How to ARK's YouTube channel, so shout out to him, and link to his channel will be in the description down below. The 6th strategy on today's list is going to be whistling big dinos on aggressive into turrets. And the reason why you do this is because they create a huge LOS on people's bases. You can use Mega Chillons, you can use Mosasaurs in this case, or even racers. Once they die, all you gotta do is hide under their bodies with a tech rifle or even C4. Some dinos you can drag closer into turrets without getting shot, and some you can just hide under and get nice little line of sights onto people's structures. Number 7 on the list is using Prologies to soak. If you ever do find yourself in a situation where you have to soak heavies, I do recommend using a Prologia instead of normal soakers because you can go prone and hide behind them, and the turret will shoot the dirt mound of the Prologia buried, the Prologia will take 0 damage, and you can do this infinitely. The 8th strategy of today's video is going to be tunneling. I've done this so many times to raid different base locations, and it's honestly the most broken thing if you build it right. All you gotta do is simply have structures up under their base, and you can build directly inside of it, so that way you're inside their turret range where you can tech rifle things by finding different angles, but the turrets aren't able to see you because of your structures. The ninth strategy of today's video is going to be using Basilisks or Shadow Mains to swim past turrets. They both move very quickly underwater and they both have a ton of HP if leveled only into that. This wasn't the best example of me using it because we had already soaked out the majority of the turrets on the outside, but if someone has an entire death wall, let's say on their easy underwater, you can easily swim past it if they leave room for you to swim through. And number 10 on the list is using Noggins, and the reason why it's at the end is because it's better used with other players so that way you can C4 them and run them into turrets, but if you Noggin someone with a tech rifle, you can easily drop whatever you need. That's it for today's video. I know there's plenty of other ways to solo raid people like Maywing bombing or meshing them, but these are my top 10 favorite ways to solo raid people, and I hope you guys enjoy or learn something new. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you in the next one. I trap into the bloody bottles on the knee, cause all my niggas got it out the streets. I keep 100 racks out my knee. I remember